Hey guys, what is going on? This is your old pal CHH. My voice is kind of shot right now. I feel okay, but my voice is shot. So how is everybody? I've got something really cool to show you guys, and just funny tidbit, just because I like to give you guys little facets of my life. I was just watching the latest CoffeeZilla episode about that Haktua girl scamming people with crypto coin, whatever the hell that is. I have no idea whatever that is, but apparently a bunch of it is a huge scam, and people are getting ripped off left and right. So I was fascinated by that. I have no idea how that works, but boy, do I love CoffeeZilla videos. Anyway, guys, so check this out. I've got something wicked cool to show you guys for Elm Street. Now, we know as of at the moment of this recording, there's going to be this huge steelbook collection of the Elm Street films coming out overseas. I don't think that's going to be a domestic thing, obviously, because it's 4K. We can watch it and own them and be able to enjoy them, but in terms of America, I think it's going to be more of a standard type thing, and of course with packaging, it could be something left to be desired. So my good friends over at VHS Slipcovers, I'm going to tag them down below in the pinned comment, make custom slipcovers for pretty much any kind of horror movie you could want. If you kind of want it, they can make it happen for you. But right now they're getting ready to do some Elm Street stuff for people. And this is going to be a cool way if you want to transform whatever is going to be your Elm Street collection into something that's really designed in your eyes, which a lot of us love the original artwork. They can. So I have examples here today of what they offer in terms of their slipcovers, and we're going to look through it. And the first thing I want to show you guys is right here. This is a slipcover that goes over the chunky box, which, you know, at first I thought maybe that could be considered a little bit of overkill, but you know what the interesting thing is? Guess who does this now? Arrow Video. All their releases come in slipcovers like this on their deluxe versions. So it actually is something I'm like, okay, well, I do like it now that I have it in hand. You know, whenever they started doing that with Arrow, I was like, what's the point of that? But then I got used to it, and I really liked them. And they have this. And here's the one thing I'll say about all these slipcovers, that he made sure, he goes, I want you to let people know this when you talk about this, is they don't just take images of this and try to, like, scan it. What they do is they go through the effort of making sure they have all the, they recreate it so everything is super high resolution. So it's not like a cheap scan of like a 400 by 800 JPEG image on the internet. They go through and basically redo everything in terms of the lettering and stuff. So everything, and I'll say, when you look at it, it looks beyond like high definition, for lack of a better term. The quality on it looks superb. So yeah, that's something that's really nice. So they offer that for the Chunky Box Elm Street collection, which is classy, right? Now, let's get into this. When it comes to the first Elm Street, they offer this. Now, this is something that they did for me, but I at least want to let you guys know that, like, this is possible to do. So you're seeing that these look like they've got actual cases in them, and they do. So, for instance, let's look at this, and I'll show you these. That way, you can have an idea of how you can make this happen. Here's a slipcover they have, version 1 for A Nightmare on Elm Street, which is basically the full poster version. And on the back, it looks very similar to the other one we just looked at, like on the old VHS. And here's a 4K case with the same thing with the artwork on here. Now, that's really cool. Now, the first thing I asked is that something you guys can offer people? And he says, look, the reality is they did this for me as a gift. And I said, well, why? I asked him why. He goes, the reality is because we're based out of Canada, shipping all those cases and stuff would just cost people more money than it would be for them to just recreate that themselves. They could buy used or empty 4K cases in the States. And online, I actually was online looking at this. You can find images of like the movie set for like a DVD or a Blu-ray or a 4K like this, where the dimensions are set, and you can literally go and print this. As a matter of fact, I had a buddy who used to go online all the time and find you know, Blu-ray art for X movie, and he would copy the image or save it in an email. He would go to Office Depot, and they'd have nice high high-res kind of paper, and they'd print it out for him there. It cost him $1 and change at the time, and then he would print it out. They would even cut it for him, and then he would take it and put it in a case, and he would have horror movies like that where he actually put his movies in a case. So I wanted to let you guys know that. That way I'm not just showing you this and not giving you any kind of detail on how you can make that a reality. And that does make sense. Shipping those cases would cost a lot of money to the States. So, but the slipcovers, obviously, that they do. And that's the version 1 for the first movie, which is, you know, really nice. I like that. But there's a second version, which mimics the chunky box you can get, which is this one right here. Which this one I kind of prefer, the media one, you know, with the classic media logo on the front. Really nice. There's the back. So let's move on because, okay, that's part 1. The stuff that they did for parts, excuse me, 3 and 5 are out of this world. So let's go. Actually, 2 as well. So check this out, guys. Here's a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Classic poster art. My favorite Nightmare on Elm Street. I got absolutely, positively, unequivocally destroyed on my top 10 horror sequels that I think are better than the originals, where I say I think Elm Street 2 is the best Elm Street, in my opinion. And I got destroyed. I mean, people just called me an idiot, a moron. And you know what? Maybe it's deserved. Maybe it is nostalgia. You guys might be getting to me. But listen, I love Elm Street 2. It's my favorite. End of the day, I will never change my mind on that. But check that out. Really cool, right? Here's the back of it. Now, here's what you're saying. Oh, that's kind of cool, but you know what would have been really cool? If they would have done that VHS art. Well, of course they did that. And of course this is better. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at that gorgeous artwork of Freddy peering through the wall of Earth, basically, kind of like the Truman Show with him in hell. Amazing. Now, I wonder if the backs are different on these. No, they're the same. So naturally, I think if you see these and you want to get one, I think most people are going to get this. And again, they go through the effort of getting all the texts and recreating it and putting it in the right spot. So the text is very, very high quality and looks really, really sharp. And I got to say, it does look, I mean, honestly, it does look really good. I can't even deny it. So a great job recreating that. Yeah, credit there. So those are the part 2 ones, which definitely look nice. Now, this is cool. So they gave you 2 versions of the Dream Warriors slip. So check this out. Here it is. Now this one looks really nice. The colors on this one are so vibrant, especially all the text and everything. Dream Warriors. Fantastic, right? And I remember when I looked at this one, I was like, man, it would be cool if they had the Dokken logo on there. Well, they actually put it on the case for me on this version, which is so cool. And of course, the back is the same. But I said, you know what? If people buy these themselves, they'll probably want the sticker on the actual slipcover. And sure enough, they thought of that too. And again, the sticker, it's not an actual sticker. It's like on a part of the print. But the sticker even looks really high res on here. Let me see if I can actually get it to focus. I may not be able to, but look at that. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with the Dokken sticker. And it says, includes hit music video Dokken, Dream Warriors as seen on MTV. And on this one, I think on the case, they took the sticker off on the case. So now look, best case scenario, maybe America will release a box set and they'll have the movies in here. And then you guys can, it'd be as simple as, if you're interested in this, you can order the slips from VHS slipcovers off of Instagram and then slide them right on, kind of like the Friday the 13th box set, which I did that for that box set, which was, you know, phenomenal. So those are part 3. This one's classic. I mean, part 4, what do you say about part 4? It's just one of the bests. And I always like the artwork on that one. I know that it's not really probably a fan favorite for the posters, but I always like the junkyard with the Freddy, with the weird... There's always weird stuff about the posters that I never really understand. I'm thinking the artist made these before seeing the movies, probably, because like none of those kids look like the Dream Warriors from the movie. And in this one, what is that arm? What are these mechanical arms going to grab Freddy? I don't know. I love it, but it's always interesting to me. So that looks really good. I like that a lot. And sure enough, the back is just like the old VHS. That fiery red. It's just fantastic. Look how good that looks. That's just awesome. So, like I said, I wanted to at least let you guys know, yeah, you can go online and buy like 10 empty 4K cases fairly cheap, and then you can go online and people have these in like the JPEG size of the actual thing, where you can just like take the image, save it in an email, and like if you could print it out and literally just cut it out to fit in here, or go somewhere like my buddy did it all the time, went to Office Depot and just they'd print it out for him for a couple bucks, and they'd use that high-end kind of high gloss paper, and it looked incredible. He used to do it all the time. So there's 4. Now here's the main event. Actually, we got 2 main events, but here's the first of the main events. A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. Now, I love both posters, the theatrical poster and the home video poster for Part 5. Now, here's obviously the theatrical poster with Freddy almost like in like the nighttime sky with the baby carriage in the claw hand. Really, really nice. And of course, he put this on here. Look at that, Elm Street 5. Now, it does not have the sticker of it being uncut on here, which isn't a big deal. But it does say includes the Houdini music video. Anyway, I got to swing it in the corner, which is nice. And there's the back, which is just like my Laserdisc as well. But of course, if anybody's going to want this, I'd say 8 out of 10 people would want this slipcover. And that is the home video slipcover. And again, the quality is... I'm glad it looks good. I would have hated to have had to try hard to say like, oh, these look pretty good. Like, thankfully, they look phenomenal. They're so they're so glossy and sharp. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, the home video one. Look at that. And I think on this one, he gave me the theatrical poster for variety. Now, you could swap them. Like, if I wanted to do this with these, I could. Let's see. Like, I could put the theatrical one sheet with the theatrical one sheet 4K case, like this. And then I could put the home video one together, which, you know, nice. And I'll do that for this. I'll do that for this. So these are cool. My favorite artwork is this. Obviously, as you can see right there, you can see the poster. I have the Elm Street Part 5 home video poster, which is one of my favorite Elm Street posters in the series, and it's a home video one. And it's interesting, they never did that for all of them. They did home video art for what, guys? It was 2, right? It was 2, and then they did it for 5. But 3 and 4 was just the theatrical one sheets on the home video releases, and then Freddy's Dead had one of them. All right, so here's Freddy's Dead, guys. Check that out. They saved the best for last. Well, to some people, they wouldn't agree with that. Now, here's the back, just like the VHS. What I love is the image of Alice Cooper. Of course, my hero on the back of there. Really cool. But you know what's cool about this? Like, let's say you're a real Elm Street fan, and you remember that I believe the guy who did the posters for the previous films did a poster that was similar to the vein of the previous ones, and it was put on, for instance, the home video cassette soundtrack of the original score. It was kind of blue with this coffin and Freddy's face coming out of it. He made a slipcover for that, which just made me so happy. Now, if any home video releases had this art, I don't recall, but this is the one you gotta have. Look at that. That's the artwork I love, because like I said, I believe this is the artist who did the previous posters, and the fact that they didn't use this actually breaks my heart. Now, don't get me wrong, this is fantastic art, but I wish they at least had an alternate poster overseas that I could buy at this point to have in the room, because I love this artwork so much. The coffin with Freddy, it was just fantastic. I love it. And again, I think he gave me the reverse ones for here. But yeah, these slips are just so cool, man. This, you know, even if I just get the Steelbook collection, I'd probably take the discs out and put them in these, because they're, you know, they're so cool. And last but not least, guys, we have New Nightmare. So the New Nightmare poster and home video release that we know is this one, which is not bad. It's actually kind of creepy, because he got that huge overhead shot of you know, the outer world Freddy, if you will, or the Freddy that's, you know, the other demon entity, which is really cool. But then there was also that teaser poster of the shot of his eyes, which was, I think, was the teaser. Yeah, I think it was the teaser poster. And of course, no stone was left unturned. You can have that teaser poster as a slip, which is really cool. Yeah, And I think, yeah, he gave me the reverse on there. So wicked cool, you know, wicked cool. So that's it, guys. I think they're really cool. If you want to see another video I did one on the Halloween and Friday the 13th movies. They do slips for the Friday the 13th films, where they do all the Paramount Home Video ones for those, as well as the New Line ones for the latter sequels. And they did ones for the Halloween 4K chunky boxes. We did a video on those in the past. You should check those out. But I'll link the Instagram down below, VHS Slipcovers. They do time pre-orders once a month, so you never have to feel like it's like, oh, I missed out, I can never get them. No, they time everything. When they have their cutoff date for the month, they make everything, then ship it out, and then the next month they have a cutoff period. You get your order in and that sort of stuff. So the quality of these are really cool, guys, and this is a fun way to just make your collection really cool. It's not for everyone, I totally get that, but for the people that are really excited about Elm Street and they want to have their collection look as cool as it can, I think that's really awesome. So I know that these will be put to use whenever the releases come out, whether it's through a steelbook collection and I take the discs out of that, or if I get the steelbook collection and probably the American release, because hell, this is Elm Street, I can have the coolest set. Now maybe I can figure out if I can get Blockbuster box sets to make a box for this down the road, or maybe he is. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I may know about this already, but thank you guys for watching. This is your old pal CHH, and like I said, if you're interested in these, down below the pinned comment, VHS Slipcovers. They're really cool people. Thank you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.
Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.